Hey, everybody. Welcome back to ACES53 with Ed Parcaut and myself. And since today is a Thursday, you know what that means? That means that we have a special guest, something we call a joker. What is a joker? It's somebody with a special skill or talent that we want to learn from and we want to help bring to you as well. So how you doing today, Ed?
Good. How you doing, man?
I'm good. Eye contact with us is better.
Shut up. Yeah, I'm gonna be you. I'm gonna get my phone
Yep,
out, do some other stuff.
See, that's why I got to call you out. Yes, finally got to
No.
call you out on something.
Usually what I normally do is just block the screen with what I'm doing. So it looks like I'm looking at the screen as I'm doing work. Problem is it's one of those things. I got so much to do and you always want to do these things. And I need to just send a quick email so they can do all that work while I'm doing all this. And that was what my problem is. So
I just like,
thanks for giving me some crap there.
It's always funny because people who do it, I'll always pick up when other people do it. So like people who are always on their phone, when they're not on their phone, like, hey, you're on your phone. I'm like, well, wait a minute. You just spent X amount of time on your phone. So it's funny.
It's hilarious. I tell you.
It is. It's fun. All right. Anything you want to talk about before we bring on our guests?
No, it's just been a busy week. If you guys haven't tried, vibe coding yourself or do anything, go check out Love It for, if you need a quick website, it's amazing what it can do.
Did you combine those two? Because you said Love It, which is half lovable, half Replit. Is that what you meant to say?
Lovable. Sorry. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Lovable. And Replit is just all vibe, but I'm going to try two other ones because I've found that when you vibe code, it only remembers the back part, so much of the code that it remembers each time. So it can have issues where there's one newer one that remembers all the code all the way back. And for most people, it won't matter.
Uh-oh. Is that me or did... Oh, I still see our guests going. So what I'll go is we'll go ahead and at that point, we'll just go ahead and bring in the Joker for this week. So when Ed comes back, he can join us. In the meantime, Joel, how are you doing today?
Doing fantastic. Glad to be the Joker again.
Yes. So for those of you who don't know, we've had Joel on before. Joel helps me out with a lot of my marketing, website, things of that nature. But more importantly, got to hang out with Joel last week because he flew in for the high-level summit that was here in Dallas, Texas. So that was my third year to go. Kind of backstory with that is in 2022, I went with Steve Sims. He was one of the keynote speakers. He had a VIP pass. I went, loved the people that were there, had an amazing time, and especially because they host the event. And then there's a lot of people that pay for other organizations to run an event, but they actually staff it themselves and do a majority of it. So I did a post about that earlier where when you go, it's like getting greeted by friends and family. And they're people who know the product versus somebody who's paid an hourly rate that kind of stands there and just looks at badges and everything. It's a completely different experience. And so this was my third one. What was it for you?
It was third one as well. But I've also been to a lot of their other events. So like their SaaSpreneur masterminds and stuff like that, which I love those. And I've got to say, when I compare this, the LevelUp event or what Go High Level puts on, High Level puts on for any of their events, is compared to other organizations, like the people, all the staff there to serve.
Yes.
And it's all employees. It's all, they all care. And, from just an experience of going to an event, they just make a phenomenal experience, in general right there. So that, I always love that. And they always pack it with value. The owners are always approachable. They're present.
Yep.
And you can talk to them and they'll stop and talk, whereas some other organizations, it's like you got bodyguards and everything like that, and assistants like shielding off people to get access to them. And it's like, okay, well, they just do a remarkable job.
Literally, that's what my post yesterday was about. I did a LinkedIn post about that, about how they weren't just on stage. They were walking through the crowds. They were staying at the host hotel. And to your point, they walk around without bodyguards. They're just in, and people can walk up and talk to them. And I've watched them have anywhere from a 30-second conversation to almost a 30-minute conversation with people, depending on what their questions were. I also liked that they weren't afraid to have the kind of like town hall question and answers, which was they let people get up and ask tough questions and they didn't hide. It wasn't a bunch of plants that are like, oh, hey, this is the greatest software ever and I love it all. There are people got up and go, hey, this is broken. What are you going to do to fix it? And they're like, actually, hold on, we have somebody in the room here. And that's one of the things that's nice is if the three founders couldn't solve it or they didn't know, they had somebody in the room. They would say, go find Steve Smith, and he will work with you on that one thing. So that was but it's completely different from a lot of different events that I go to. Is like you said, there's the ivory tower approach. They come out, grace you with their presence for a few minutes, and they disappear, and you deal with minions the whole time. Right. And this event, it's not. It is their entire teams are there, and they are not afraid to just jump in the middle with everybody.
Right. Yeah. It creates a whole different experience, right? It makes me happy to do business with them. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm like, you know, and some of the stuff, I got a chance to be on the encore day, which I told, I think it was Wesley there. I'm like, man, if you could flip the ticket cost, I think, and make the encore cost more, because there's so much value there.
Yeah.
In just that one day, because you actually get a more intimate setting. Like I would pay more, you know, probably for that encore day. But no, it's, I guess, what would be your big takeaways that you learned from this one, Brian?
Just how I'm not using the platform nearly enough. I use it very simple. I'm like kindergarten level with it compared to what it has the ability to do. It was really interesting too, because Ed and I are in a different mastermind that is very heavily AI focused. And so we've been learning a lot of things like ChatGPT and, you know, how they just released Atlas and all these kinds of things. And what was cool to hear is that they're actually putting a lot of that in high level, and it's going to be for free, right? Now there's going to be still some things to pay for, but they're smart enough to say, we know you can go do it somewhere else for free. We're going to let you do it here too. And they'll figure out other things to charge for, but they're instead of, you know, holding people hostage, they're helping people out. And that was really impressive to me. The other thing that I liked about it is you and I had the VIP access to the lounge, and we sat, and you're actually the one who let me know about it. Like Billie Jean was sitting around with Ryan Dice, just at a table with 4 other people. And we sat back there and talked to people. So even the speakers are approachable that are there at the event.
Yeah.
Let me throw something in there. Hey, if I go away again, it's because AT&T is working on our street and they decide to cut the internet cable.
We just thought we were winning.
You just got rid of me. Thank God.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Like,
and I want to clarify one thing, Brian. They're not teaching us about ChatGPT at the AI stuff. They're teaching about so many other things. It's ridiculous.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. All AI.
Yeah. And AI you haven't even thought about that is going on. So I've learned so much just by watching a few of their things, which I thought I was up on a lot of things, but
I have a Apple Notes for nothing other than the websites they recommend. And let me look, just in the morning AI thing that we're in, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 20 different AI softwares that were out there that I had no idea even existed that they're using for.
I want those notes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He should start charging people for his notes. He does such great notes.
It's crazy. Every day from 8 to 8:30 Central, they do a half an hour. Somebody comes on and shows a version of AI that they're using in their business and how they're using it. Like today was a simple one. Was a guy was restoring old photos and gave out all the websites that you can go upload a photo to, and it'll fix it, correct it, put some coloring to it. And that was just what they did today. I think I was talking to you the other week about Notebook LM, and other features. Yeah. And it's literally, you just get on, and that's just one of them. So they have 5 calls a week. So there's the Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8:30, there's a call on AI.
Okay.
Then on Tuesdays, it's Traffic Tuesdays. How do ads look? What do you look for? Wednesdays is a workshop period where you can do anything. Then what they call Springboard, which is a version of high level, how to fix workflows, automation, you name it. Then Wednesday afternoon, there is the mastermind call where they cover a new topic with people. Like yesterday was how do you write SOPs using ChatGPT. Today, Thursday, is another round of open help. So like, I don't know what else you call it, but just they jump on, and whatever you need help with, you raise your hand and they'll help you. Then there'll be
today vibe coding today too.
Yep. And then I was going to say, and then this afternoon is vibe coding for a couple hours. And then on Friday, I don't think there's anything Friday, is there?
I have to
look at my calendar. I think today, yeah.
I sound like you. I gotta look at my calendar.
Yeah. I think Friday's the only thing. There's nothing.
The only thing is they have so much, it can be overwhelming.
Yes.
Yeah. I can imagine
anything.
Yeah. Like in the vibe coding, they're on week, I think 8 or 10 or something like that. So I have to go back and start at the beginning.
No, it's not that far. It's only 6.
Is it only 6?
Yeah. It just seems like, and today they're going to talk about what you said, marketing or something, how to market.
How to market your apps once you develop them. So it's crazy. So going to that event that was 3 weeks ago, then going to the high level event, it's just, I thought, like Ed said, I was like, I'm above average with using AI. No, kindergarten, totally kindergarten with how people are using it. Well, and Joel, you met actually some of them. Nuno,
right?
Nuno is one of the guys that helps do the open hours. That's in this other group where you can come in, you can say, hey, I can't figure out this automation. I can't make high level do this. How do I do it? And he just walks people exactly step through step how to fix something that's broken. So I'll talk to you more about it offline.
Because he wants you to sign up under him is what he's
that's
trying
right. Damn straight.
I'm gonna start putting my code in the bottom.
Yeah. It's hands down, it's easily the best investment. Even in just the 1 month I've been here, I'm like, okay, I can fix this. I can fix this. Like when I was telling you that figure out how to do an app for the flashcards, it was through joining that other group. But anyway,
have you done your app for the flashcards? Have you even started it?
Nope.
Why not?
Others things I've been going to. So
dude, you just have to talk to it for 2 seconds and it will do it.
Yeah.
You're such a pain.
It's the procrastination, right?
Well, I was trying to finish the newsletter thing first, but yes.
Right.
Anywho, going back to high level, being that you're an agency, you have clients that are on the same platform. What were some of the big takeaways that for people who weren't there, you think they should know that are available?
AI is not going away.
Right.
Because there's a lot of folks that, as we talk to as an agency, just vision with, they're like, I don't do this AI stuff. It's like,
oh my God,
if you don't get with it, it's going to trample you.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. It's going to trample you over. And with that, like from an agency standpoint, AI is changing, for example, the game for SEO. Mm-hmm. SEO still has a value, but it's just like as Google made changes over the years and various things didn't work anymore for certain SEO. Now that's not going to work for you to get found. So if you're not willing to dedicate to some content that answers questions, you're not going to get found. It's just that simple. So that I think for any business, any retail business particularly, like you're going to have to be willing, especially with today's age of, I'm trying to remember who was talking about that. It was Ryan Dice and even Frank Kern talked about it, but if you're not willing to go be the face of your business as a business owner, like you're going to fade away.
Yep.
I know that I'm the best person for First Direct to be the face and talk about it. I can geek out about it. I can, do all of that kind of stuff. And then my team can take over. So, but if I'm not willing to go do that and go make content, even if I don't like making content, which I really don't, I feel awkward doing it. I feel like I'm I like run that video and I don't like that video. And I just need to get over that.
Right.
But AI content to get businesses found. Like I was just doing that actually here today. So I got this camera that I'm using is one of our production cameras, and I got it connected with a USB cable, and I'm like, it says it's charging, but it's not charging fast. So I went to ChatGPT, typed in, what do I got set up? I got this is the camera model that I got it connected to my MacBook. Why is it? Well, it needs a separate power adapter and all this. I'm like, okay, well, what do you recommend off of Amazon? And it went out and found me, 3 links off of Amazon that I could put. I'm like, okay, well, I need something for that to plug into. What do you recommend? Oh, it gave me 3 more things. Right. So now I know exactly what I want and I can get it tomorrow.
I just saw an article this week that Walmart also went in heavy, that they're now partnering with ChatGPT, that you can order things right through your AI browser.
Yeah. You got to do it. I mean, just it's those types of things. Like if you don't start making your stuff relevant, and somebody's like, if I type in, for example, maybe a search on ChatGPT, hey, where do I find best oil change near me?
Mm-hmm.
People are going to start using AI to answer that versus maybe and Google's already on top of that because the first response is AI based.
Right. They're going to Gemini. Well, that was an interesting
but they actually, and if you don't, just heard this from somebody the other day where the new Chromebooks don't even have Google on them. They have their Gemini only.
Right.
So that, and they're not even using Google to search, meaning they don't use their AI does not look at their search. They allow that for all the other people because they know their search is flawed. So
yeah, it was crazy what we learned. That was in San Diego. We learned that one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That went through, and then
Mr. Awesome Qasim.
Yeah, it was Qasim. And what else was the one that he had that kind of blew my mind? Let me see if I can find it. It was something like HubSpot lost 80% of their traffic last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
because of the AI. And that's what's going to happen. If you want to be found by AI, you have to make sure you put the stuff on your websites and everything else, that the schema to be found by it, and everything else they find. It's just one more little thing that you need somebody else for.
Yeah. So I mean that's when we have clients that we work with on like a full managed level, and it's like we're trying to educate them of the importance of this change of how we put content on there. And so there, you know, you got a lot of like, we work heavily in the mattress and furniture space, and so you got people that are like a little skeptical. They're like, I don't know, it's this newfangled stuff.
Yeah.
And but it's again, it's where it's going. So I mean, you still need the people to help you put that there if you as a business owner don't want to put that there, right?
Yeah. What's
well, you can't the thing right now is you can't advertise. You can't pay to be at the top,
right,
on search like that. So when you want to be found by AI, you can't pay to be found by AI.
And that's one of the things Ed and I are going to next week. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to watch the replays because I'm speaking at an event in Florida. But next week, there's a whole AEO course on how to get yourself, you know, more into the AI. So you show up just kind of like SEO is, because everybody's saying that is absolutely the future. So it's going to be a whole 3 days on how you're going to bump yourself up in those searches.
Interesting. Yeah.
Because there are actually two different sides. There's the AEO side, which is what Qasim and them has took over. And then there's a GEO side. That's a totally different way. So the question is which one? It's like beta and VHS. We're going to see who wins.
Right.
Yeah. It's going to be a big change.
Right. Okay. So besides AI going into people's marketing, what were some of the other big takeaways?
So, you know, one of my favorite books is this Profit First book.
Yep.
I'm gonna say I can't say his last name. His name's Mike. So the Profit First approach, I mean, it seems so you know, just talking about, you know, benefit for business owners. And that's I love that they had him on there. This was on the Encore Day.
Mm-hmm.
And the Profit First approach, if you've never read the book and you own a business, like, go read the book. Just go buy the book, listen to the audio, etc. It seems insane at first, and your CPA and accountant's going to disagree with you, but it's going to change your mindset on how you run your business. And we've actually been already implementing that, like in our business for First Direct and my other companies as well, as a Profit First approach.
Mm-hmm.
That's where, hey, the simplistic thing is every piece of revenue that you have come in, a percentage of that goes into a profit account, percentage of that goes into your owner's comp account, so you get paid.
Mm-hmm.
Percentage of that goes into the tax account, so you don't forget about Uncle Sam, right? And then the remaining percent goes into the expense account, right? And the whole point of it is it utilizes Parkinson's law. So that was one of my favorite takeaways, is the fact that they, you know, brought him in. He went deep, provided a lot of information in a very compact amount of time. You know, as far as like how to keep all these agencies that were there, and it doesn't just apply to agencies, but all business owners. Mm-hmm. Like what can you do to make sure you're profitable? Because we just look around the world right now, like look at how many businesses have gone down in the last year.
Yeah.
The numbers have risen.
Before I forget, Ed, did you go live since you disappeared? I forgot to go live. I just clicked it.
No, I went live.
Okay.
It was the one thing that was still working.
Yeah.
Before I came back on, I looked over, it said, it was like just you two on there talking. I was, click go live. And then when I came back in, I was, but thanks for reminding me way long after we.
Well, I know. I just remembered.
19 minutes.
Dang it. So
did you? Yeah, yours should still go.
It's still going. It'll just be half an hour behind. This is us from the future. Is basically.
This already happened, people. So
yeah. Okay. So yeah, tell us about the Encore Day, because obviously I didn't get to sit through that one, so I'm a little curious.
The Encore Day. I mean, the lineup there. You had. I'm just looking at my notes here. You had Mike, Profit First. You had Roland Fraser, which is one of Ryan Dice's partners.
Yeah, they used to be partners in Digital Marketer, right? It was
right.
Perry, Ryan Dice, and Roland.
And weren't all three of those guys at they
were War Room
traffic and conversion?
Yeah, they were traffic and conversion. They were War Room. Yeah.
Right. So I mean, it was.
All right, Joel, we've cut into your talk. We're taking all your thunder.
No, you're good. You're good. Maybe there's a lag here or something like that. But they had questions from the founders. They had Carrie Renee Thomas, Frank Kern, and Ryan Dice. So now I agree wholeheartedly. Like both Ryan Dice and Frank Kern hit hard on the whole angle of speaking to your audience, which is, you have a lot of businesses out there. They'll start doing marketing and they all they focus on is pitch, this, buy this.
Right.
And because of the nature, going back to our AI conversation, it's like because of the nature of how people are wanting to shop now, like with AI, those types of things, they want questions answered.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you start the process of calling out your audience and say, hey, XYZ, if this isn't like, I like what Frank Kern done is like, if this isn't you, keep scrolling because you're not going to be interested in this video. Right.
Yeah.
Like this video right here, if you're not interested in talking about, or learning something that can help your business or whatever, you wouldn't follow these guys. You help your profession. You wouldn't follow these guys. Keep scrolling. But putting that content out there, content out there. So that way you basically are getting your audience to self-identify by engagement.
Right.
And then you're working them little by little down that pipe versus trying to say, hey, we have our 50% off sale. Right. I like Ryan Dice's advice. And is sell in private. Always sell in private.
Interesting. Okay.
So everything you put out there, like maybe even that's for you, Brian, like everything you put out there is just nothing but value.
Right.
And it's when you get them one-on-one, you sell them.
So like your email list, book a call.
Everything else is value. Here's your tip. Here's your subtle skill of the day.
Right.
Here's your 3 subtle skills for the week. I'd love to know how it works for you.
Mm-hmm.
Put a comment here. So now you're just, happy to answer any questions. In fact, you can chat with me right here. See, like in your case, like with all this technology we're talking about with high level of release, we could put a chat widget there.
Right.
That's literally a voice chat widget. And you educate it with all of your stuff. And it can help answer the questions. But it would only go so far, and then it would try to get them to maybe book a call.
Right.
Then you can
give them the base level information and say, hey, look, this is what I have. But really, if you want to learn it all here, you need to book a, one-to-one discovery call or whatever you want to call it.
And then you only discount to them is what you're saying. Not like here's 50% off sent to the whole email list.
Right. Yeah. No, exactly. So if you
I'm doing that's just for you.
Yeah, it's just for you. Yeah. Right. But yeah, no, I liked the focus on that. It was the sell in private, and which I pretty much, I do that as well. A lot of times already, it's like, I'll jump on to calls with people. We'll walk through stuff. We'll do stuff that I know other agencies would, charge a few $1,000s to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we work with them. So.
Awesome. What else you got?
What else I got?
Well, come on. What did you take away, Brian?
Yeah.
Well, we talked about that while you were gone, Ed.
Don't care. I know. No, but there had so this was the extra day that he went to, is what we're talking
about. Right, that was the
extra
day that he went to. But I also had to leave some days early because, like, I had take my daughter to swim class, stuff like that. So, so I missed on some of it. But what you missed earlier, I said, is I'm using like 5%.
I heard that you're not using enough of it.
That's exactly. I'm using like 5% of what's capable out there. I mean, we have workflows for after. So there's a lead magnet. After lead magnet, there's follow-up emails and text messages. There's automation that's in there today. But then it's like, what else? And one of the ways I know I'm not using it right, based on what they're talking about, is like following up on leads. So, once something comes in, what's the follow-up method? How do I use almost like a tickler file type thing? So there's definitely more I need to get into. And like you and I were looking over the releases last night. So I'm curious, once the desktop's there, what else it's going to offer, but what else can AI do in there? And like we're talking about, I don't use a keyword right now that comes with automation. So that's one of the things I should do. They also, I have not used their social planner so far, but it sounds like they made tremendous changes to the social planner.
So I'm going to start calendar, or is it different than the social? Oh, you're talking about the social planner for planning your social media
for
stuff.
Putting out your social media. Yeah.
And that was one thing I was looking at when I was building out my site for podcasting. Do I want to connect to High Level, or do I want to have a separate one where you can schedule yourself direct? I think I'm going to do both, because new people that's doing podcasts and everything, the cost involved, maybe you don't want to pay so much per month for a High Level to start. You want to wait, So.
Right.
Because like you said the other day, there's so many CRMs out there. We use High Level, but other industries don't use High Level.
Well, I signed up for an affiliate, so I'll put it in the chat here in a second. But one of the things that's kind of crazy was another group that I'm in. They were on the call the other day. They're like, yeah, we're getting ready to move everybody over to High Level. I suggested High Level to them like 6 months ago, and I wish they would have used my referral code. I was like, damn it. But yeah.
Well, you should call them back up and say, hey, I suggested this. Did you use my affiliate link, or can I tell them that I'm an affiliate for you, and go get it connected?
I should, because literally it's a group that they were in. What were they in before? It was something I'm like, you need to go to High Level. The people that you have that are in here with me as part of the group, they're not technical. They need an easier one that once it's set up, it's easy to get in, play with, do, host. And so when they said the call, I was like, who are you working with? So he said she didn't know.
I would just talk to them and say, I don't know if you remember, but I said this, and I don't know if that's why you went that way, but I do, I get recommendations if you allow me to be your affiliate link. If you have
I need to.
Yeah. Because they didn't do it doesn't mean you can't connect it afterwards.
Exactly.
Well, they kind of frown on that on the High Level side, unfortunately.
They do, but it's like if they said that I actually forgot that, that we didn't know. Yeah.
Right.
Never know.
Yeah. But if you do it all the time, of course they're going to get upset about it.
Yeah. Right. Well, they announced at the event, I guess they just got awarded the #1 automation marketing software that's out there now. And gosh, how many people? I mean, this is just how many tickets were there? 1,000 tickets sold, I think. And at the affiliate party alone, for just people who are affiliates, there was probably 200 to 300 people. So the amount of people that believe in it, use it, you name it. And don't get me wrong, it's got it's a hefty, it's a 40% referral fee, for people who don't have. There's different models that you can get into it. Yeah.
And that's why.
Yeah, Frank Kern and Billie Jean were the first two influencers who really jumped on board with it, and they're like, "This is nuts." I can't imagine what they're pulling in monthly, because what most people are doing now, like even in the group Ed and I are in, when you get in, they go, "Oh, by the way, we've got you a High Level here, that you can play with." I'm like, "Oh, well, we already have one." But for people who don't have it, then they get them on, and it's very inexpensive.
$1 a month.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And then they can, if they want additional ones or whatever, but that's what a lot of people are doing, is they're making it part of their offer is to get in and use High Level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and that's, hey, that's what we do as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like if somebody's not interested in jumping on our services, all right, hey, not a problem. Let me show you how you actually can do this.
Yeah. Well, and I have a sister who was a graphic artist, and now she's a HubSpot expert, but then I showed her that statistic the other day. 80% of HubSpot's traffic went away in 2024. Wow. And I was on with somebody, I'm speaking at their event here soon. And apparently they got rid of their legacy commissions also. So that'll be interesting to see how many people are going to refer. Like if people aren't getting paid the referrals, that this whole reason they move people over to HubSpot. Again, that's just what somebody told me. I don't know that. But, and people have the ability to get them to an updated software that's easier and get their commissions back. I see a large amount of people running away from that software.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's like Salesforce. It's not easy to set up. You almost have to hire an admin who's an expert, and you have to keep them on staff, versus High Level. You definitely need people to help you get it going if you're not tech savvy, and you'll need some maintenance here and there, but not nearly what you have to have for Salesforce or HubSpot.
Yeah. So sort of like we have to handhold our retail clients sometimes.
Right.
That takes a lot of time. And some of those times when you're like onboarding, get someone through stuff, you're like, man, I should be charging more right now. Cause the amount of time spent, right.
Yeah.
It can bottleneck you, but that's where like Frank Kern and those guys, they have those groups, and it's not really a done for you unless you're really willing to spend the big money. Right. But it's a done with you or do it yourself model. Yep. Right. And you're on your own. It's like, necessity will get you to the point where you'll figure it out, in a lot of ways.
Right. And what I meant by that earlier was I came from corporate America and we use Salesforce. And in order to make a simple like title change or category change and do an association, nobody that administered it on ours could do it. They'd have to hire in somebody to make that change because it was so complicated.
Salesforce?
Yeah, Salesforce.
That's I mean, high level is great, but if you don't, I want to go back to what you say. You use a little bit of it, Brian. Yeah. I talked to Nuno and them. He's like, I don't use it all. There's just so many things I pick, and that's all I use. Right. There's other people who pick other stuff and do those things. But they don't all do, not everybody uses everything. There's just no way.
Right.
I mean, as we looked at apps last night, there was 1,460 apps people have created for high level inside a high level.
Yeah.
It's like, so, you know.
Well, and I saw one of the other ones that they added was webinars. So, you know, they already had community. They've increased community. They updated the app. I think you were playing in the phone app, Joel.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, yeah, we have a white label. So you don't have to download Lead Connector. You can go download firstdirect360.com.
Yeah. It's crazy what they are putting out there. And so I think they were talking about, like, somebody was in the crowd said they're going to crush school because they're offering all the same things that school has out there. So if you take Alex Hormozy away from school, that's the main reason people went after it. You know, a lot of people signed up for the $9 a month.
Right. That's
after he did his book launch, you know, but I don't see it. Like, there's some people who added me to their school community and they don't keep up with it. But yeah, so they were talking about webinars, communities, courses. They were completely going after that section. And that's where my sweet spot is, because I want to launch the group coaching, right? But the community before was kind of wonky. Now it looks easier.
It's better now.
Courseware that's out there. It's easier to put courses out there, get it all set up, and it doesn't look, I don't know what the way to say it. It wasn't as professional before, but they're fixing a lot of those things as well.
I'm going to go back to what you said about webinars. What they just did is they made webinars on demand now.
Mm-hmm.
So where before they didn't have that, and it's easy to put together versus the way you had to do it before. Because I was looking at doing on demand through there, and the people I have, they're like, well, we got to do this, this, and this, and this. Well, now they don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Right. Love it.
Their clients what they need and keep adding it. But eventually the question's going to be, it's going to be this behemoth, and will they keep up with everything?
Right.
Because there's always a life, cycle of a company and everything else. Look at Microsoft.
Yeah. No, 100%. I'm anxious to see what more and more, they have more stuff that's slated for November that's going to be released. I mean, that's one of my biggest, or the thing that I was excited most about was some of the different changes. They also have it set up for an agency like myself, where I can, instead of just pitching it as First Direct 360, I can have multiple brands that I can set up. So if I wanted to make a niche, snapshot brand for, roofers, I could do that, or lawn care, I could do that, and make it all look like it's just for them, color coded, color scheme and everything else.
Oh, so HBL tools will be gone then? Is that what's going to happen now?
I have no idea about that, but
because that's what they do. When you add them in, you can make the different color schemes. You can then do each one of your sub accounts can be their own thing and their own logo, everything, versus what we have to do now. And so I'm like, I was wondering if they were ever going to do that.
That's on the November agenda to be released.
Right.
So there's some amazing stuff that's coming for sure.
What I was trying to type and look for while we're here is I'm asking ChatGPT what a Salesforce administrator charges per hour. So I'm waiting for it to give me a response back.
Yeah, but most of those people were thousands, and we're talking 20, 30 grand to make any changes to the CRM of Salesforce, because it was all specific and nothing was pre-built.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Where with high level, you have if you're in the higher plan, a lot of the templates and other stuff is there that you can do. Right. I love how with AI, I can create certain things better than what other people can create, and be able to copy and move it and code it, put the code in and everything else. It's just, I want to make it easier. I don't want to have to do this stuff, but it's, a friend of mine asked me for something when he was just saying what he needed. I tried it in Lovable, and I could not believe that what it came up with.
Yeah. So I just want to go back to one last thing, because I think we spent like $200,000 to have a consultant come in one time to change Salesforce for the 1 year. And that's on top of, you have to pay on Salesforce per individual license. And so the company was too cheap to get it for the support people. So only salespeople had it. And then support people had a whole different platform for the CRM. It was absolutely crazy. That's why when I look at High Level, I'm like, why are more people not using it, and more companies? And I know they started off with small businesses was their sweet spot, but they're in the middle to large business realm now with everything that they have. So a question, Joel, did you go ahead and buy your ticket for next year?
Yeah, I did.
That's what I heard.
I did. I actually, I just check marked all the boxes, and I'm like, just whatever, charge me.
Shut up and take my money.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. No, because they did what they did is, I don't know if you were there when they did that, where they were releasing the tickets for next year, right? I'm sure you've got emails to buy it. So I'd say go buy your stuff, buy the encore day, come that extra day. But they're like, hey, for the first 10 people or something like that, or 100 people, they're going to get it for this price. And then it's going to cascade down. And of course, I tried to punch in my card, would not work. And so I go up to West, I'm like, what's up with that? Same thing as last year. Yeah. And I think it's more, I'm gonna actually say they probably orchestrated and staged that, because it creates the oh crap, well they had a boo-boo, so they fixed it and their team is on this, and they they open it back up, and so everybody buys early for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But it's yeah, no, I got my ticket for next year. And then the nice thing is I know the other summit that I'm going to have in October next year is on different dates now. So that's a big thing. This year it was conflicting, and we were supposed to exhibit at another summit and be there too. And so now I'm glad next year it's all straightened out.
Awesome.
But grab your ticket, Brian. Come on.
I know I need to.
Is it cheaper now? Is it cheaper
I'm going
now?
as a speaker, Joel. Don't put that bad juju out there. They're bringing me back as a speaker.
Well,
you're hoping.
Just shut
you could always, if they bring you back, they will probably let you reimburse yourself your ticket. So
buy the ticket, and then say, hey, well, since you're bringing me on as a speaker, when they invite you, hey, what can we put my ticket cost to? Yeah, that's true. Some masterminds, some or speaker fee. You reimburse me for a speaker fee. Well, and that does remind me, Ed and I talked about this on Tuesday. The fact that they're building a Dallas headquarters that's going to have content creation areas and everything else is, I think, also really. Yeah. I'm happy that, because hey, I live local. That just means I can constantly meet up with people who are coming to Dallas to go to High Level. Right. Yeah. There you go. I might have to just, close down my Omaha office and move to Dallas. Yeah. With the way that's going. Yeah, but you won't be in Dallas. You'll be outside. No. Yeah. Yeah. It won't be a flight away. It'll be a drive away. Right. Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly right. No, but definitely, I would say if anyone's watching this and you're on the fence about, what you want to do, what you're going to do, buy a ticket. Be there. Yeah. Even if they will sell out. There's a lot of people I saw this year going, can I buy somebody else's ticket? What can I do? Because it did sell out, and they even moved to a bigger venue this year, which was kind of nice, because this place had multiple restaurants, different buildings. It had a nice big pool. Right. Yeah. But I'd say, buy the VIP ticket. Don't hesitate, whoever's watching, and, buy the VIP ticket. Because number one, hey, shoot, you get breakfast, breakfast, lunch, and dinner all as part of that. And it's really good food. Yeah. It was very, very good. But the venue is phenomenal. And thank you, Brian, for also inviting me up for the happy hour up there. Right. Because the Sear, right? Yep. Sear, they had a fantastic happy hour. The drinks are amazing, and the environment's amazing. So I love the venue better. Yeah, for sure. The venue was good. Statler was good in that it was in downtown Dallas. You could walk to a variety of places, but Statler wasn't the best setup or design. And that hotel has struggled since they opened. It's really cool. Like all the, everything's remote control in your room, from your blinds to you name it. But they haven't figured out the entertainment side of it there. They've got Scout, which is bowling and ping pong tables and stuff like that. But then their speakeasy can only fit X amount of people. Right. And then the restaurant where they did all the VIP lunches and dinners is small, because no restaurant has stayed there. It's probably been 6 things since they've been open, versus this one has
coffee shop, sports bar, regular restaurant, restaurant on the 27th floor. You know, there was just more options and more hotel rooms available also. So, but anyhow,
that's it.
Ed, anything else before we get out of here?
I didn't have much to talk about today.
Yeah, I know. It's because you were just learning what you missed out on because you didn't buy your ticket.
That's okay. I told you I was not going to go anywhere until the deal I do is one thing I go to, whatever I learned from that, I got to implement it before I can go to the next one. I know a lot of people go, well, you should have went. Then I wouldn't have implemented what I went to the last time.
Exactly.
I'd be on to the new thing and totally forget about it.
Well, and we'll have to set up an offline so you can show Joel. When we wrap this up, you can show Joel your new stuff.
Oh.
So take us out of here.
Yes, I'll show you next time. I don't have it. I got something else to do. Sorry. Hey, I was trying to, what's all those brianhighlevel.com? And
yeah, that's my affiliate link for Go High Level.
But why are you putting it in the comments?
So that people can click on it and see it.
We're live.
I see how you are.
He's trying to monetize this thing.
Yeah. That's right. I grabbed it while we're live.
All right. Everybody make it a great day. Joel, thanks for being here and sharing what you've learned from going to High Level. And Brian, again, nice seeing you. And we appreciate you all. If the best thing you can do for us is go to our YouTube channel, subscribe. And also, if you're on our Instagram, follow us so we go live the next time. Again, thank you both for being here and make it a great day.
You bet. Thanks.